Catherine James-Davies.
Thank you, Chair. If we take a step back and just ask the general question, why the UK should be committed to CERN?
I mean, CERN, in terms of, again, this is my personal view, and I'll come back to the more economic view. CERN is one of the pinnacles of particle, well, not just particle physics, but physics research. It is a beautiful paradigm of international collaboration to answer the most difficult questions out there. All major economies around the globe are investing in this type of research because they see, I think because they see not just the cultural and scientific value, and Dr. Wells made those points, but actually by investing in facilities like the facilities at CERN, you are trying to answer the most difficult questions out there. To do that, you have to invent new technologies. You can't just apply existing technologies to answer new questions. And by developing those new technologies, my view is you drive other areas of science. So the one example, I think I mentioned actually when you visited, was when we were designing some of the detectors for the LHC, some of the silicon sensors for the LHC detectors, we had to make them very, very radiation hard. Our team at the Rutherford Appleton Laboratory that did that then worked with Richard Henderson at the LMB, the Laboratory for Molecular Biology in Cambridge, in developing the technique of cryo-electron microscopy, which again needed radiation-hard sensors. He won the Nobel Prize for that. So this technique of cryo-EM is changing structural biology. So by driving technology to do the hard physics, you actually have impacts on other areas of science. So I think that's why we need to be in it. If we're not in this, we start to lose that technological edge.
Okay. Is Britain submitting a candidate for the next CERN Director General?
I think that's a question you would have to ask to the Foreign Office and DCIT colleagues.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think that the Foreign Office, DCIT colleagues and STFC are liaising with CERN member states over that possibility to a sufficient degree?
That would be through the Foreign Office, I think.
Okay, right, we won't pursue that any further. You've told us that you are committed to the idea of a future circular collider. Why should the UK government be committed to it? What are the reasons?
So what I would say is I'm committed that we're doing the right feasibility study. I also believe the science case is correct, and I also believe it's the best machine to do that science. Mm-hmm. Now, until we actually have a full understanding of the cost and can make that economic argument, that's the point we'll have to take a decision. And I think one thing that has not come out, perhaps in some of the evidence previously in this committee, is we're not going to be asking for additional money on top, a significant amount of additional money on top of the CERN subscription. The costs of the future circular collider will largely come out of the CERN subscription, plus hopefully additional contributions from non-member states, so the US being one possibility if they choose to do so, and possibly additional contributions from the host states, again, if they choose to do that. So that's really where we are. This is not asking for a large amount of additional money on top of the budget.
Okay, right. So are you concerned that the funding for this project could divert funds from other infrastructure projects? No is the answer to that.
Because I think because that it is part of our ongoing commitment to CERN, as long as that remains, and I strongly believe it should do, it's not really asking for a large additional amount of money. Okay. So I'm not too concerned about that. And obviously within Science and Technology Facilities Council, we invest in lots of large research infrastructures, CERN being one of them, the biggest. Square Kilometre Array was mentioned previously. We look at that portfolio and try and balance the science and balance our investments to get the best science out and the best technological return out as well. So we're always balancing infrastructure investments. And we do that now across UK research and innovation for our kind of long-term infrastructure portfolio.
Thank you, Chair.